In today class, what we will cover the basics of Linux commands, right? So we'll cover some command related to just like a Linux operating system, how we can use that command and how we can basically manage that command and how we can use that command in daily routine work, right? Like ls command, cd command, cat command, du command, df, cp, mkdir, touch, rm, and ZCAT, MV, PWD, locate and ping, SU, hostnamectl. All this command will cover today. So maybe today class we can, if we will cover in 2 hours, that's okay. Otherwise, maybe it can extend some little much minutes. Okay, so that we can cover. So why I'm covering all this command in initial, so that you can start understanding on the day-to-day work, right? Because you will start working on the Linux from today, so you will have to know the basic command so that you can operate, and till over the just like completing this course, you will be mastery on these commands, because these command you have to use on daily basis in your a real time experience, right, in your office. Okay, so let me just start, right? So I have shared my terminal and I have shared my ppt. So let me access the server. So I'm using MacBook. So how I can access my server from MacBook? So for that I have to use ssh command. So if you have a putty, right, as we have discussed in the previous classes, if you have a putty, you have to access server through putty. All right. So Karan, I hope you already know how to access Linux server from Windows machine or Linux machine, right?
Yes.
Great. So I have a MacBook, so I'm just trying to access Linux server from this Mac terminal, right? So for that I have to use as I hope this is visible, or let me increase the font as such, and then I have to use. Let me hide this panel. Okay, root. So I'm using root. So definitely when you will try to log in on server, you can use any username. So currently I'm using root. Okay. So 192.168.1.200 is the IP of our server, right? So let's access it. Great. So now we have access our server. So currently we are logged in on the server. If you see host name space -I, you will see on which server you have logged in. All right. So we have logged in on the server. So let's go on PPT and understand which command we are going to cover. So this is basically a Linux basic command. So we'll cover all these commands. So the first command which we are going to cover is ls. So what is basically ls command? So I hope maybe Karan knows, but you guys don't know what is the ls command. So the ls command in Linux is used to list file and directory within the file system. Means on day to day, if when you will go right, just like in a browser, in a graphical mode, right, we was exploring, we are going on any file system, we are trying to go inside the directory graphical mode. But when we are talking about all these basics, we are going to cover in the command prompt, because when you will go in a real environment, you will not get the graphical mode, right? I only teach you because you should know what is graphical mode and how you can manage it, right? But in real environment, you will not get the graphical mode. You will only get the command prompt, okay, to work. So you should know how you can get the command and what is the options to use ls. So ls is the command which you can use to list directory and files. So the basic uses of ls command is ls, right? So when you will do ls on terminal, it will list the file and directory in the current directory, right? Just like, let's go on terminal. So currently I am in here. So if I will run ls command, right? So what, and press enter. So what it will show? It will show all directory and files which is available in the current directory. So it is showing desktop, downloads, picture, template. So this is basically ls. And when you will go for next command, just like ls and directory. means, let's suppose here on terminal, we have directory. So how, maybe you can get a question, right? All, right, directory or all, see output written in a blue, right, which is showing in a blue color, is a directories, right? So this is a simple indication. If you'll see anything written in the blue, means that will be the directory. So this is default color coding, right? If you will see anything white, that will be a txt file or normal file. Okay, so let's suppose I just wanted to see what is available under desktop. So how I can see? I have to write ls command, and after that I have to use desktop, right? So press enter. So if anything is there on the desktop, I can see it. Means there is a ABC folder available, folder in a directory. So don't confuse with the folder. Maybe sometime I say directory, sometime I say folder, but both are same. Understand? Just like in Windows, we call folder, but in Linux, we call directory. So in a human virtual, right? So people sometimes call directory, sometimes call folder. So, right, when you listen, sometime folder and directory, so don't confuse. Both are equal. Okay. So if you want to see anything, what is available on the desktop, you have to use ls and space path of the directory on which you want to see. Just like, let's suppose if you wanted to see a picture, so I have to type picture here, right? Like this. So nothing is available under picture, only available under the desktop. And if you want to see inside the music, you can run this, nothing is there. So okay, understand? Next, the common options with ls command which you can use. So ls is the most usable command in the Linux. Basically, you have to use this command on daily basis. So when you will use ls space hyphen l, so what it will do, options means, right here, after this, just like this is the command, and after command, if you will type anything with the hyphen, right, with the help of hyphen, that will be the options. So let's suppose if you will use ls hyphen l, so and press enter, so it will show you the detail of that directory or files in long listing. Long listing means it will show you complete detail. So this the first thing is directory. So this d means directory, and all this is a permission on this directory, and this one is the owner, root owner and group owner. Who is the owner of this desktop, and who is the owner of group owner of this desktop folder, right? And after that, this is the bytes, you can say size of that directory, and the date, okay, and timestamp. So this is the format of long listing, right? Here, ls-l. So long listing format display additional details such as permission, number of links, honor, group, size, and time of last modifications. All right. So when you will use hyphen a, right? Let's suppose when you will use hyphen a. So when you are using ls, and when you are using ls space hyphen a. So see what is the difference. So when you will use hyphen a, it will show you the hidden file and folders too. Let's suppose if you wanted to see how many hidden file and folder is available under my directory, so you can use hyphen a, right? So it will show you all the file and directory which start with dot. Means in Linux, when you put dot in front of any file and folder, that file and folder will be hidden, just like here, right? Just MKDIR dot test. See, and if you run ls, you are not able to see the test, right? Because why? We created a hidden folder, right? Dot test. So how you can see the hidden folder? You have to use ls space hyphen a, right? Then you will able to see this folder, right? Test. Where is this? See, this is the test, right? Understand? Great. So when you want to see the human readable format, right? So you can use hyphen h and hyphen r for recursive list of directories and subdirectories, right? Just like, and hyphen t is used for sort for modification time, newest first, means when you will use -t, you will see in an organized way. So let's use on terminal, all right? So let's suppose if you run -l, see, you are able to see all this detail, but you are not able to see anything, the size related thing. This is not in human readable format. What you can understand with 1313 and 1650. So if you want to use -h, right? H-l-h. So it will show you the size in human readable format, means the size of this file is 1.3 kb, right? And if we wanted to see the recursively, just like here on desktop, if you use -l, ls-l, and you want to use -R, so and define any folder or file and folder, so it will show you the recursive, right? If you will see the output of any folder, it will show you recursively, means inside the desktop, how many files we have? 0 and total 0, desktop nothing is there, and inside this desktop you have one subfolder with the name of ABC, and you inside the ABC you don't have anything, means 0 files is there, right? So you will see in a recursive format output, right? And if you wanted to see the top command, right, just like T, right? So what it will do, it will organize according to the date. See, it will show the newest first. It was created, Anaconda was created on 13th July, but this queue was created on, right, when? 20th July. Understand? So if you will use A also in the command, you will see hidden folder also. The first one is the test, which we created today, right? Understand? Okay. So if you want to just see R, right? If you will use -R, so what it will do, you will see same output in reverse format. Means you will see the oldest first, and after that in last newest first. Understand? See the difference. When we use R, it's showing output from last, and when we are using normal, so this test will show upside, right? So all this information you can use. So basically, either you can use single command like this, ls-l -a-t, right, like this, or either you can use ls space -lt RH together. So it will show you all output together. Means options you can group, right? You can group the options. Okay. Understand? Right. So next command is, right, CD. So what is the use of CD command? So CD command is basically used, the CD change directory command in Linux is used to change the current working directory to a specified directory, right? So how you can operate CD command? So in CD command, what you do, the very normal command is, if you want to switch the directory, right? When you want to switch the directory, you have to run CD, means change directory, and after that you have to define a directory name. So what it will do, it will go in the directory which you have defined, right? Next, CD command. The CD change the current working directory to the home directory, right? Just like you are working, let's suppose you are working somewhere here. So let's suppose PWD command here. So where I'm working in the root. So let's do ls, and we have desktop. So type desktop, and inside the desktop we have ABC folder. So currently now we switched our location from root to ABC folder. If you run PWD command again, so it will show you the current working directory where you are working. So currently we are working in ABC folder, right? So let's suppose if you wanted to go from here to the home directory directly, so you have to run CD command and press enter. So if you will run CD command and press enter, doesn't matter where you are working, you will land in your home directory, right? Just like enter. And if you run PWD, you will see, right, the home directory. And let's suppose you wanted to change your directory, right, in a home directory also. So when you run cd and tilde command, right, cd space tilde also change the current working directory to the user's home directory. So doesn't matter if you wanted to show, right? So let's suppose here, and you wanted to just show go cd and then tilde and enter. So what it will do, it will bring you into the home directory. Tilde means home directory. So you can say cd and cdt both are almost equal command, right? It will show you equal result. So when you will use cd hyphen, so what it will do, it will change the current working directory to the previous working directory, right? Just like cd space hyphen. So it was working in the root. Again, if you run cd hyphen, it is showing in the root. So it will always do what? It will show, or it will move into the previous working directory. For example, let's suppose, so why it is showing root only? Because uh, before running this command, we was into root only, right? So let me show you desktop abc, right? So currently we are here. So let's suppose we run cd and come out and run cd space hyphen again. So see what is happened. So it changed automatically to the last working directory where we was working. So if you run PWD command, you will see your current location of the directory where you was working. Okay. Next, let's suppose if you wanted to come out, right, one step back. So you can use dot dot. So dot dot means cd space dot dot. Change the current working directory to the present directory one level up. Understand? So let's go on terminal. So let's suppose currently we are working in root desktop abc directory, and I just wanted to go inside the root desktop. So what options I have? Either I can type here cd root and then desktop like this, or I can simply do cd dot dot, right? So when I will do cd dot dot, it will come one step back, means up level. See, PWD. So where we are working? In desktop. And if you want to go again one step back, you have to type again cd dot dot. All right. So it will go again in the back format. Understand? Now, cd dot dot slash dot dot. So change directory, right? Working directory into the two level up. Just like, for example, let me show you one more thing. MKDIR, I'm just creating one directory, desktop, ABC, BB, enter. So I'm just going to change the directory ABC and BB. Okay. So currently I'm working where? I'm working in the BB directory, right? And let's suppose I just wanted to go one step back or two step back. So what I can do, I can use cd space dot dot means one step back, again slash dot dot two step back, again slash dot dot three step back, again slash dot dot four step back. So if you have that kind of step, you can go like this. And if you wanted to switch only into, you can use like this, right? So what it will do, it will just bring you into the two level up. It's came out from BB and it's came out from ABC. So currently it is working in root desktop, right? So this is how you can leverage cd command to roam inside your system. You can change directory, you can come out, you can go inside, right? Understand? So this is how you can use cd command. And when you will press cd enter, it will directly land you inside the home directory. So root home directory is slash root. Okay. So it's came in slash root. So next command is cat command. So you guys are able to understand or not? Guys?
Hello?
You guys are able to understand properly?
Yeah, we are
Yeah,
following.
yeah, we are following, and with constant practice, I think we'll get it.
Great. So see, now you just have to watch, right? What, and if you have any question, you can ask immediately. And later on, you can do the practice after watching the video, one step and one command every time. You can pause the recording and you can do the practice simultaneously, right? For now, you just focus, right? So that you can understand properly. So next command is cat command. So what is the use of cat command? Cat command is used in Linux to concatenate to the and display the content of file, just like if you have any txt file, right? In Linux, if you have any txt file, so what you can do, you can see what is written inside the file without opening it, right? Means you don't have to open that file, you can see the content outside from the file, right? So the basic uses of this command, simple, cat and then file name. So display the content of the specific directory. And if you want, if you have a multiple file, you can also view that content, right? Let's go on the terminal and understand. Let's suppose here, see, we have one file, right? So let's suppose I just wanted to see what is written inside this anaconda-ks.cfg. So how I can see, I can use cat command, right? Cat space and then that file name, right? So anaconda-ks.cfg. So, and then press enter. Once you will do that, it will show you all the written, whatever is written inside that file, it will give you information. So what is written? Version, RHEL, repo, app string, all information is showing what is written inside the file. So you can simply use cat and file name. So if your file name means, so see, don't confuse. Let me just tell you one more thing. In Linux, there are two kind of path. One is absolute path and one is relative path, right? So if I'm just talking, I'm running this command, right? So it means I'm using relative path. Relative path, understand what is the relative path? Let me just give you some example. So let's suppose you and your both are living in US, or just for example, all right, me, all right, and Karan and Mohit, we are living in India, but Karan is living in UP. I am also living in UP, but Mohit is living in Delhi. So let's suppose if I have to reach at current place, what I can do? I am in UP. I can go directly to his right city which is available in the UP. But if Karan wanted to come on the, Mohit wanted to come into the current place, what he will do? He have to reach UP first, right? Then he can go in current place, right? And another way is he can took a flight, he can go to US and he can come to India again, and from India he can come to Delhi, and from Delhi he can come to UP, and then he can reach to the current place. So you understand the relative path means you are already nearby, okay? You are already nearby the object, but absolute path means you have to follow the proper path, understand? Then only you will able to reach to the destination. So this anaconda, so where is this anaconda is hosted in actual. So if I'm running cat and space anaconda.cfg and I'm getting output, but I will just go inside the desktop like this, and if I will run anaconda.cfg, it will show you no, this is not the correct place, means I'm not nearby the anaconda. Where I am working in PWD, means I'm working on the desktop. But where this anaconda file is available, this anaconda file is available under root, right? So if I have to type anaconda and wanted to see output of anaconda.cfg, what I have to do, I have to type absolute path, means full path. So what is the full path of this file? Full path of this file, yesterday I told you, when any file that start under root only. So the full path is slash, and inside this slash we have a root user. inside this root user, we have anaconda.cfg file. So this is the absolute path of the file, right? So if you run this command will work from anywhere, doesn't matter where you are, right? But this command, right? This command will work only when you will present in the same directory where that file is available, which you are trying to open. Understand?
Sir, so this is related to information part, right?
Sorry?
This command is related to information part. That CAT, cat.
Cat is no. This is not related to information part. Cat is used to see the content of the file.
Content.
All right. Just like if you wanted to see what is written inside this file. So what option? Either you can open this file, then see, right? How you can open? You can use vim command and then you type the file, right? And you can open the file. You can see what is written inside the file. But if you don't wanted to open this file and you wanted to see the content, then you can use cat command, right? Like this. So whatever is written in the file, you are able to see in the terminal, right? Understand? Okay. So the common option from this cat command. So what options you can use? You can use -n, right? Number all output line, right? Just like here, if you run cat space -n like this, cat space -n anaconda. So it will show you all numbering, right? How many numbers means how many lines you have in the file. So every line, it is putting number in front of line, right? So you see the numbering and you understand, okay, in this line, you can see what is written, right? So it's for, you can say, troubleshooting, and if you wanted to see, and if you wanted to guide someone, right, you can simply see the line number and you can tell open this file and go in line number this, right? And you will find these options. Just like if you wanted to see the root password, right? So what you can tell, you can say open file anaconda.cfg and go in line number 38, right? You will find the root password. Understand? B, so number only non-blank line, right? Means what it will show, it will give you only non-blank lines, right? It will not show you just write all the lines. Just like, for example, let me tell you here, cat see, so many blank is also there, right? Blank line is there. So if you wanted to see without blank, right? You wanted to see what is written there. So you can use -p and you can see the difference. So press enter and see the difference. So what it is saying? It is showing the non-blank line, means it will also show you almost same result. It is showing the same thing, right? It is showing the same thing. And if you want to squeeze the multiple consistent blank line, means in a single, just like here, for example, let me just create one file, right? PIM abc.txt. Hi, hello, how are you? Fine, right? And let's see. Okay, so tag abc.txt. All right, so see, we are getting output like this. And if you want to use -s, right? When you will use -s, see what will happen. It will just remove extra spaces into the single space, right? It doesn't matter how many space you have and how many lines, blank line you have in the file. It will remove, if a line is more than one line, it will remove extra lines, right? Blank lines, and it will show you the output. Understand? And let's suppose if you wanted to see the printing line, right? Just here. So if you wanted to display non-printing character, except the tab and end of line character. So see what will happen in the same file. V, right here. See, it is showing almost the same kind of output, right? When you are trying to see the output, right? It is a printing display non-printing character except the tab. Means if you have any non-printing character, just like some special character and some other thing which is in end of line, end of just like line character, so you will not see that, right? It will only print the content, right? So you can also use cat command for creating some file, right? This is the important. So the first thing, you can use command cat to view any files. And second thing, if you wanted to create any txt file, you can also use cat command to create any txt file. So how you can create a cat command to create a txt file? You have to type cat and then redirect to the new file and txt. And you can type anything, whatever you wanted to type inside the file. And in the last, you have to press Control plus D to save and exit. So let's go on terminal and just see the example. Let's suppose I'm just going to use cat command and I wanted to create one file name, which is a redirect. So this is the redirection characters, right? And I just wanted to use nscloud.txt file. I just wanted to create one file with the name of nscloud.txt and press enter. Once you will press enter, you can type your content here, right? Just like, hi, this is Nirmal Singh from NS Academy, right? So I have just write this content and then press enter. And now you can write until whatever you want. When you have done your writing, just like I have, let's suppose I have done my writing and I wanted to save these files. Then what you will do, you have to press Control D from your keyboard to save this, right? Control D. So once you will press Control D, your terminal will came out, right? So, and after that, you can run ls command and you can see what file you created. So you created nscloud.txt. And let's suppose you wanted to see what is written inside this nscloud and txt. So you can run cat command and nscloud. So see what is written inside this file. Hi, this is Nirmal Singh from NSCloud Academy, and then thanks. Understand? So this is how you can leverage cat command in your day-to-day life. So why you need, just like you can watch the log file, all right, inside, and you wanted to see any conveyor log. Inside this log, we have see log files. Let's suppose you wanted to see messages. This file is there. This is also log file. So if you will see cat command, you will see all the logs inside this. You can see what is happening, right? It is showing all whatever is written, created, divers, and everything related to things, whatever is available in that file, you will see, right? I hope you understand cat command in easy way. So next is du command. So next command is du. So what is basically du command? So du is a disk uses, right? Means if you wanted to check what is the size of any folder or file, you can use du commands. Du command in Linux is used to estimate the file space and uses, right? So how you can use, the basic option is du. So if you will run du command on terminal, right? If you run du command on terminal, you can see all file and folder detail in non-human readable format. In non-human readable, you don't know what is written this 360. Basically, this is in KB, but you know, right? It is written in a bytes or it is written in a KB. What is written, right? So you can use du command. And now let's suppose you wanted to check a directory of this, right? Desktop. So you can define du desktop. Again, you can see the size of this desktop. So what is the size of this desktop? Nothing, 000, because there is no data inside this. There is no files in the desktop. Okay. And if you wanted to see du space slash root and then enter. So you will see all the output again because so many files, dot file, hidden folder is also there in the file, right? Understand? Right. So next, let's see the common options for the DU. You can use -h for human readable format. Make the size easier to read. In example, 1 KB, 234 MB, 2 GB like this means in human readable format. So let's run the command and see the difference. So DU space -h, right? And then press enter. So once you will press enter, you see all file and folder you are getting. This is showing the size right here in KB. Okay, let's suppose here, if you run the space star. So when you will run star, it will only show in the current directory, which is hidden. It will not show for that directory, which is hidden, right? See, ABC, what is the size of this TXT? 4 KB, Anaconda 4 KB, document is 4 KB, initial setup dot 4 KB, right? Everything size is showing here. And let's suppose you wanted to see size inside var log. So it will show you size of this var log. Var log size is 7.2 MB. Out of this 7.2 MB, 5.5 MB is size of this directory, right? Able to see, right? So you can check the size like this with du command. And now if you want to use s, right? When you will use -s, it will show you in summarize and total disk usage of the specified directory, right? Means like this. Du space -h slash var log. So you are able to see this. And when you will use -s with this h options, see what you are able to see. You are only able to see the summarized file. Means here, this one, last one. It is not showing for all this directory. It is showing for only the summarized total space of this var log directory. Okay. The total space of var log directory is 7.2 MB. Means this log directory is taking 7.2 MB space from the system. Okay. Next, you can use A. So A display disk uses two of all file, not just directory. So let's see the same command and see the difference. DAH, right? See, it is showing all file and directories in a folder right here. Just like in a recursive method, you can say in recursive, in private, we have an audit directory. Inside audit directory, we also have audit.log, right? So you can see the detail in not just directory, all the files and directory also. If you wanted to see, right, the display the grand total of at the end. So what you can do, just like here, it is also showing the grand total, but if you will H, right, like this, you will see the total of complete sizing of this file, right? Understand? And if you wanted to see the depth means limit the depth of the directory tree can be displayed like 1 to 3, right? So here, just like if you see in this directory, we have how many files? 1, 2, 3. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's suppose you wanted to check only the depth, right? Depth, you wanted to check for D and then -d and 1, right? So what it will show, it will only count those directory which is one label inside the given directory. Just like inside the var log, only one label depth it will go. If you will use 2, it will go for 2 label of depth, right? If we use 2, it will go 2 level of that, right? Just like this is 1 and it is showing 2. If they don't have 2, it will not go, but if they have a 2, it will go and check the 2 level of, right, depth. Understand? Great. Now, if you use space L, right? If you wanted to use capital L, so it will also show you the summary, right? Like, right? Follow the link right here. if any link is there, means soft link and hard link is there, it will also show you the size of that link. So currently we don't have any link, so it is not showing, but when you will have a link, you can use -l. And if you wanted to see more options about du, what you can do, you can run man command and then du, right? Man command and after the command name du, and you will see the manual pages of a du command. Means if you want to explore more options about du, you can go and explore, right? If you wanted to use -b, it will show the bytes. If you wanted to see total d, right? So see how many options we have. We have so many options, right? So you can also explore this manual pages about the command. The good thing is about man pages, you have to type man means manual, right? And after that, any command of Linux system you can type here. Just like if you want to see ls, you will see all detail about ls. What is the ls, how you can use, like ls list directory contain ls options files, list information about the files. So you can use this, right? Manual pages. The best part, what is the best part of this man command? This is also allowed in exam. When you do the live certification, you can also use this manual pages to, if you have any confusion or if you don't remember any options, you can use this manual pages and you can see your answer about the command, right? You can easily go and you can find what will happen when you will use -c and what will happen when we use a capital C, right? When you will use hyphen color, D directory, D capital, -f. So many options is there. You can explore by yourself after, right? Whenever you want, right? So remember, let me tell you one thing is very clearly method. I follow the same thing. In last 15 years, I never ever try to memorize any command in my mind. Never. What I do and what I follow, I always try to memorize and always try to understand the concept, not the command. Yeah, definitely main command I know, right? Let's suppose uh, I can remember this ls command. What is the use of ls command? I know what is the use of ls command, but with this ls command, so many options is there. I don't try to remember that. If any requirement is requirement and I just wanted to explore anything, I can run man command and go and find out according to my requirement, which options I can use according to my requirement. Understand? So this thing you can use for any command. If you wanted to know about any command, you can use man command, right? Great. So I hope you understand about the du command. So du command is used to check the disk uses, right? Du means disk uses. Okay. So next command is df. So what is the use of df, right? So the df is disk free, means command in Linux is used to display information about the file system. Disk space uses it show the amount of available and used disk space on the mounted file system. So understand, just like for example, just if you wanted to see how much space you left on your system, how what you do in the Windows, what you do, you open computer and inside computer you say C drive, D drive, E drive, right? And you easily see how much space is already occupied and how much space is remaining, right? So the same thing, if you wanted to do in Linux, you can use df command, right? If you don't have a graphical mode, right? You have what you have to do, you can use df command. So let's go on terminal and run df and enter. So when you will run df and enter, it will show you all the file system which is mounted on your system. Mounted means the directory or the drive is mounted in your system. It will show you in detail, but it is not in human readable. You can see it is not in human readable, right? So you can use again df space -h command to see in human readable. So when you will run this df-h command, you will see this is the file system, means which file system you have and the size. What is the size of this file system? How much you have used, how much is available, and currently in use, right? But in percentage, and where this drive is mounted on, right? So you are able to see this, all this detail. So you just wanted, let's suppose this is root, right? So on root, how much space we have? Total space we have 36 GB. Out of this 36 GB, 7.1 GB is already used and 28 GB is available. If you wanted to see in a percentage, 21% is already used, right? So you can simply see the disk spaces and all, right? When you are working in a real environment, so what you have to do, you have to monitor your disk users every day. So if you are doing same thing through your manual method, you have to use dff command. Otherwise, when you will go in real environment, they will give you monitoring tool like site 24/7, Nagios, or Grafana. All this thing is there. You can use to monitor your resources, right? Next options is -h. So -h is used for the, all right, human readable format. And you can use -t. So display the type of the file system, right? Just like here, if you see in it carefully, df-h and then df-th, right? See what is showing here. Here it is showing the type also, but here it was not showing, right? Here it is showing what kind of type of this which is mounted. So XFS, right? XFS, TMPFS, TMPFS, right? All this is the type of hard disk which is mounted, right? So you can see the type. Next, so guys, remember one thing, maybe some options or some command, if you are not able to understand, just like I just tell you the type. So maybe you can have a question, what is this type, right? So you don't worry about it, right? Because all these things will cover in a topic wise. So when we'll go and understand the file system, how we can mount, how we can manage, you will understand this all types and all. But for now, you just understand how, if I wanted to check the type of file system, I have to use -t option with df command, right? So that we can see the type of file system, right? Now, if you want us to use X, right? So X is also defined if you wanted to include exclude the specific file, right? And if you wanted to see the particular type of file, means FS type, you can use -t, right? And here, and I is used to see the inode instead of block users. So let's see -i here, -i, see it will show you inodes. So here it was showing the, what it was showing, it was showing how much disk is free in terms of GBNF. But when you use -i, so it is showing in inode type, means total how much inode we have 18 million inode. Out of this 18 million, 127K is already used and 18 million is still left, means only 1% is used and 99% is still available. All right. Okay. Now, next, if you wanted to see the only type, right, like you can define T and then let's see here, you can define XFS. So you will see only those file system, which type is XFS, right? Here in place of TH, see, it is only mounted. And if you want to use a type, right, file type, you can use capital T and you will see only XFS is showing, right? Here only which output is showing, only XFS. Whatever type is XFS, only showing that. If you wanted to ignore XFS, right, you can use X in place of T. When you will use X, it will show you all the output except XFS, right? See, TMPFS, TMPFS, TMPFS. TMPFS means it's a temporary file system, right? Dev TMP, all is a temporary file system, right? XFS is the main file system which is mounted on the root directory. Okay, so -total, right? Let's suppose if you wanted to use -total, you can also just like add it here, hyphen total. See what it is saying, df hyphen h xfs. Okay, we have excluded, so that's why it is not showing. See, you see the total in the last, right? What is the total size of hard disks, and what is the out of that hard disk, how much is used and how much is available? You can see the total, right? If you will choose hyphen total. So make sure you practice all this command and understand, because you have to use all this command in almost daily wise, right? So next command is CP command. So what is the use of CP command? CP command is used basically for the copying file, right? Just like if you wanted to copy file from one place to another place, you have to use CP command, right? So the CP command in Linux is used to copy file and directory. So if you wanted to see the basic use, so simple basic use is very simple. CP space source and destination. Means source of destination means you from where you are copy and from what and where. Just like for example, if you run ls, let's suppose I have this abc.txt. I just wanted to copy this file from this location to ls inside document folder, right? See, inside document folder we have one file one. I wanted to copy this cp.txt. So let's run cp space that file name which you wanted to copy, and then means this will be the source means which we wanted to copy. Destination means where you wanted to copy, right? So I just wanted to copy it inside the document, right? Document. So I just wanted to copy inside the document. So once I will run it, I can see that file are copied inside the document, and I also have same file here, right? So you can use this to copy any file. Means you can create backup of any file. Let's suppose in initial, if you go in etc, right, inside etc we have so many files and folders, right? So let's suppose I'm just going to do any modification inside this host file. This is the file is there. I just wanted to do any modification, like when I will open and I wanted to modify this file. So before modify, it's a good practice as an administrator, always create a backup of that file before doing the modification. So what you can do, you can use a cp command, and then you can use host and space etc host dot or rather org. You can give any name, right? So what you did means you created one copy of this host file from host, and new file is host.org. And after that, you can modify this file. Let's suppose if you mess the server, right? Let's suppose you have done anything messy, right? What you can do, you can again restore from this original file to this file, and your work will be done, right? Like just here, VIM etc host, and I just modified this file. I just did anything like this, and this is not the correct format. And something I know this is not the correct format, and just I wanted to correct it again. And I see and I figure out whatever entry I have done that is not working. I have to restore the original file. So what I can do, I have taken backup, right? I have taken backup here. Already I have taken backup. So what I will do, I will just again .org to .host, right, and enter. So it will ask to overwrite. Yes, overwrite it. So now my file is back. ZCAT etc host. Sorry, host. So see, my file is back. Whatever I written, that was the wrong thing. This HHS is gone from the file, right? So you can take backup before modification of any file. So simply you can understand, if you wanted to copy any file and folder from one location to another location, you can use cp command. Okay. So this was about the file. When if you wanted to copy anything recursively, right? You can use -r or capital R. Means here, just for example, we have this document folder. I just wanted to copy this document folder. So see what will happen. When you will use document folder like this, document folder dot bkp, that I'm just creating backup of this document. So see what it will say. What it is saying, -r not specified. Opening directory means this is the directory. You cannot copy directory with cp command. You have to use -r. R means recursively, means whatever is available on the inside the document, that will be also copied with this document. So when you will run it, it will be copied as successfully. See, it's copied. And if you run ls command, you will see one another backup file folder is created of this document folder. Understand? Just wait. Now, -i. So when you will use -i, it will prompt for the confirmation before overwriting files, right? Just like here. Let's run this command, same command again, and just use -i also, and see what will say. It will, okay, there is no file in document. Okay, let me just cp space -i abc, then document slash abc.file. See, it is asking for overwriting, right? So it will not copy or overwrite accidentally. It will ask you, right? I means it will interact you. Okay, it will ask you wanted to override this or not. So if file is already exist, it will ask you. If file is not there, it will not ask, right? Like this. See, file was not, abc1 file was not there, so it didn't ask. But that file was exist, then it will ask you. Okay. Next, you copy only when source file is newer than the destination file, or when file destination file is missing. So what it is saying, it means you wanted to take update, right? Then only it will copy. If file is not there, it will not copy, right? Just like, see, just see the difference, right? If you use -i, right, like this, remove -i, just use the simple like this, and -i is by default options, you can understand. If you will not use -i, still you will get the confirmation, right? So by this is the -i is the default option for cp, so it automatically works. So see, it is asking for update, so you have to press y, then only it will update, otherwise it will fail. So let's use -cp space -u, right, and see what is happening. Anything is asking? Nothing. Why? Because both file are same. So it is not copying, it is ignoring, right? And let's suppose we have this abc.txt and we have just updated some file. This file is modified again. Now, if you run it, see, it is asking again for overwriting. Understand? So if it will not find any modification in the source file, it will not update, right? But if it will find any update in the source file, it will ask for the update. Okay. So you can do yes, and then again, if you wanted to use -v, so what it will use, it will just show you, right? -v, it will just show you, see, nothing, because we are using -u, so it will not show, right here. So see what it see, it shows the process, means this file are copied with in this location with this name, right? It is showing source and destination both. You can say it's a verbose mode, right? And so see here we have Let me see how many users we have. We have one user with the name of nscloud. So next command is if you want to preserve the attributes such as mode, ownership, and timestamp, you can use -p. -p means you can preserve the permission, right? Like ls here nscloud. So inside this nscloud, let me check on desktop. We have anything? No, nothing is there. Okay, so ls-l nscloud. So see, who is the ownership of this desktop or this file or document? nscloud. So let's see what is happening. If we copy cp home nscloud desktop from here to opt. Opt is a blank directory, you know, right? We have to use -r because desktop is a directory. So once you will copy and see inside the opt, when you will see inside the opt, what username is showing here and what username is showing here. Here it was showing nscloud, but here it is showing root. Why? Because whatever permission was there in here, ls-ld opt, it is root, right? So root permissions, it's got inherited on the desktop. But if you wanted to preserve the permission, right? Just like, let's suppose I'm just going to copy document this time. Here on document also we have nscloud. So let's suppose you just use p also, rp, and copy it. And let's see ls-l inside the opt and see what is the difference. So see on document, we have a user nscloud only. It's not updated the permission or ownership, right? Whatever permission will be there, it will preserve it. It will preserve it. It will not, right, inherit from the parent directory. Understand the cd command? Next command is MKDIR. So what is the use of MKDIR? MKDIR means make directories, right? Let's suppose you wanted to create any folder on Linux, you have to use MKDIR. So the basic command is MKDIR space the directory name which you wanted to create a directory, right? So let's go. Let's suppose I am on terminal. Let's see, ls command is here, and let's go on the desktop, cd desktop. And currently I'm working on desktop. And let's see, we have only ABC folder. I just want, it's required to create any directory or folder in desktop. So what I can do, I can use MKDIR. So MKDIR command is used to create a directory. Let's suppose I just wanted to create a here NSA, right? NS. See, NSA directory is created, right? And inside this NSA, right, I just created AA. See, again it's created. And then if I wanted to create BB inside this directory, so it's created. So see, ls, here we have NSA. Let's go in NSA, cd NSA, and do ls here. So here it is showing inside the NSA we have AA folder. If you run PWD, see when NSA. So if you will go inside the AA folder again, cd AA, and then press enter. If you run PWD here, where we are inside the AA folder. If you do ls here, you will see BB folder, right? BB, CD, BB. So you can go like this, and currently you are working, see where? In this folder. And if you press CD, and you will come out from this directory, and you are working. So either you can go one by one, and either you can run direct command like root desktop NSA BBAA directly, and you will reach inside this directly, right? So you can use and sorry PWD command. And next thing, if you wanted to create a parent directory, right, -p is used to create parent directory as needed. So what we did, if you remember, to create this AA NSA, we run 3 times MKDIR command, right? To create MKDIR, just like if you run history, it will show you all the command, whatever we have run on the terminal. in history. See how many run we run CDVB, and here first we create NSA, then we create AA, then we create this one, right? So let's suppose if you wanted to create all folder and subdirectory together, how you can create MKDIR space -P. P for it will just the preserve current directory, means whatever it will parent directory will be also created. So like just CC DDEEFF, right? Means we are going to create CC directory. Inside this CC directory, we are going to create DD directory. Inside this DD directory, we are going to create EE directory. And when we will run enter, all this directory will be created automatically. So it will run ls, just like here, ls AA, sorry, CC, right? Inside this. So tree command and CC. And see, inside CC command, we have DD, we have EE, we have FF command, sorry, directory. So it's showing complete tree. Understand? So tree command is used to see this. If you wanted to see the tree, just like if you will run tree command, you will see the complete directory structure. So we have one folder with the name A, and inside this A, we have AATXT anaconda.cfg. And it is showing, right, this like CC, DD, EE, all the options it is showing. Inside the document, we have all these direct file and folders. Okay, so B is used for the verbose mode. So the message for each created directory, right? Just like if you will create same MKDIR -B HH. So what it will see? MKDIR created directory HH. So it will show you the message also. But when you will use without this, so it will not show you any information. Okay. So B is verbose mode. So next is -M mode, right? -M means, let's suppose you wanted to create any directory. So let's suppose here ls, so ls-l. So on this hs directory, what permission is there? This rwx, rx, rx. So I just wanted to create directory with specific permission, right? I don't wanted to use the default permission. So all this is a default permission, but I just wanted to assign a particular permission on this. So don't forget about the permission type and all. You just understand. I just wanted to create a folder with particular permission. So what I can use, mkdir space -M, and then permission, just like 700. And then I'm just going to create KK. So do ls-l and see on this KK directory, what permissions we have? We have only rwx. We don't have other permissions, right? So this is how you can use mkdir to create a folder or directory inside the Linux system. Okay. So next command is touch command. What is the use of touch command in Linux? The touch command in Linux is used to create an empty file or update the access and modification timestamp of existing file, right? Let's suppose you wanted to create any empty file, right? Like this. So here, this cat abc.txt. So this is not empty, but I just wanted to create one empty file, right? So what I can do, I can use touch command, touch, and then, right, .txt. So this file is created, ls. This file is created, emp.txt. But this file is empty, right? Nothing is written inside this file. So if you, this touch command is used to create a empty file or update the timestamp, right? Just like if I run date command here on terminal, what is the date as of now? Today is July, and what time is there? It's 44 AM in the morning, means it's a 00:44 only in IST. And what is the timestamp written here? It's a 14 July or 20 July on this directory. And on this anaconda.cfg, what is the timestamp? 13 July, right? On this timestamp is showing 13 July. So let's suppose I just wanted to update the timestamp. So I can also use touch command and anaconda.cfg. So what it will do, it will just update the time of this, right? So on this anaconda.cfg, what time is showing here now? It's showing 22 July. So simply you can understand, if file is already exist, it will update the time. If file is not exist, it will create a empty file. Understand? So believe me, I'm showing all these options, this like -m, -a, -c, right? But till now in last 15 years, I never use all this command, right? What I use only touch command to create empty file or touch command to update the timestamp, not with all these options. But I'm telling you so that you should know all this, right? And if you wanted to know anything about any command, you have man command, man touch, right? It will show you all the options with which options which you can use what. Understand? Touch. So let's suppose if you wanted to change only the access time, right? You can use -a, right? Just like on file, uh, different time is there, just like creation time, access time, modification time. All this time is their timestamp is there on any file. So if you wanted to update only access time, you can use -m, a or m, just like touch space -a. So it will change only access time. If you wanted to change modification time, you can use -m. So it will change the modification time. But if you will not use any options and you will run this, by default, it will change access time and modification time both. Okay. Now, if you wanted to see -c does not create any file, only change the timestamp if file is existing, right? Let's suppose here. So this ls-l. So it's touch space hyphen c. All right. I just use -c. Touch space -c, and just I'm just giving an nirmal.txt. So what it should do? See, it should not create any nirmal.txt. See, it's not created any nirmal.txt. If nirmal.txt already exists, then only it will update the timestamp. If it is not exist, it will not do anything, right? It will not create it. For example, touch file name, file name, and then touch see the file name. So this is the example. And if you wanted to modify a file with the particular time zone, you can also define this like this -t, right? Next. So next command is which command? rm command. So what is the rm command basically? So the rm command is remove, means just give me 1 minute. Okay, guys, you want to take a break for a short break for 5 minutes? Yes, no, or we can.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's take a 5-minute break and then. So next command we have rm command. So what is basically rm command? The rm command in Linux is used to delete file and directory. So let's suppose if you wanted to remove any file from any location or any directory from any location, you have to use the rm command, right? Rm means remove. So let's see how we can manage. So if you wanted to delete any file, you have to use rm space file name, and that file will be removed. But if you wanted to delete any directory, means any folder, you have to use -r, like CP command. Like when we was trying to do in CP, you have to use -r also for recursively. So if you wanted to delete any directory, you have to use -r. And if you wanted to do anything forcefully, just like if any write protected file are created, and if you wanted to just delete it, you can use -f to delete any file forcefully. Okay. I is used to prompt confirmation before each file is removed, right? But if you will use -I, prompt once before removing more than 3 file, and when removing recursively, means understand. In this scenario, let's suppose you have a big directory where you have a large number of file and directory inside the folder or directory. It will just prompt you 3 times. It will ask you 3 times, yes, yes, yes. And after that, it will remove completely complete directory. Let's suppose you have 1 GB file, that folder, and inside 1 GB you will have a lot of file and folder. All right. And you wanted to, basically it is for you can say for security purpose. If you have run that command accidentally, at least when it will ask yes, yeah, or no, you will get to know, yeah, I'm running the right command or not, right? If you'll see this is not the correct command, I have run this accidentally, so you will press no. Right. But if you are clear now, I'm doing the correct thing, you will confirm the confirmation, right? So let's go and understand each command on the terminal, right here. So see, now we have created so many file and folder here. Let's suppose I just wanted to do, I wanted to delete this abc.txt. What I will do, I will run rm and then abc.txt, right? And it will ask you confirmation yes, and you have to just press yes or no. And same thing, let's suppose if you wanted to delete this nscloud and with -f option, so what it will do, it will not ask you any confirmation, it will delete. Why? Because -f is used to delete forcefully. Okay. And let's suppose you wanted to delete this, we have this aa folder, right? So inside this tree aa, see, okay, we have only one AA, HH. Okay, inside HH also we have only one CC. Okay, so inside CC directory, we have 3-4 directory inside, right? Means recursively. So when you will delete in this CC, so what it will ask? It will not delete it. It will ask cannot remove CC. It is a directory. So through RM command, you can delete only file. And if you wanted to delete a directory, you have to use option space -r or space R, right? Any of them you can use to delete a directory. So see, it is asking descend into the directory, yes or no, right? If you will press yes, it will ask. But if you will using C small r, what it is saying, it will ask the confirmation yes, and then it will ask DD yes, it will ask yes, and then it will ask yes, right? And again it will ask yes. So you understand what happened? If you not use F here, right, it will ask confirmation about each. So first it is asking into the directory, means it's going inside this directory. So first it will remove, see, till here it is saying descend, and after that it's started removing, right? So first it's remove FF and then EE, then DD, then CC, right? But the same thing if we'll use, let's suppose if we have any other directory with multiple directory, TRW3, KK. No, we don't have KK. A, HH. Nothing is there. KK. Nothing is there. So let's understand simply. If you wanted to delete any directory with on just like this, so it will not ask any confirmation rf, right? rm-rf means recursively and forcefully. So it will not ask you any confirmation, it will delete directly, right? It will not ask you the confirmation, right? And if you wanted to use -i, right? So what you can do, when you will use rm space -i, right? And then define any folder name. So what it will, sorry, rm-ri. So it will ask you the confirmation. So you can understand by default I option is there. If you will not use I, it itself, it will ask you. So when either you run -i or not, by default it there. When you will run rm command, by default rm-i command will be executed. Okay. And then it will ask you confirmation. That's it. And if you wanted to use, right, let's me show you some MKDIR AA/BB/CC/DD/EE/FF/HS, right? And I use -p to create this directory. So all this directory is created. Let's suppose I'm just going to delete rm-, right, R, and then I use capital I and then AA. So what it will ask? It is asking yes. See, one argument, and it's deleted everything. By default, it's printed one, if because there was no file, only directory was there. So it's removed, right? See, remove the directory, whole directory. So you can simply use rm-rf if you want to delete any directory, and rm if you want to delete any file. And if you want to delete any file and folder forcefully, you have to use -f with that. Like, let's suppose if you are deleting file, rm space -f, and then file name, right? And if you want to delete folder, rm space rf, f for forcefully, and that file name will be document.bkp, right? That will be deleted. ls. Understand? Great. So next command is, right? Next command is ZCAT. So what is basically ZCAT? So ZCAT, I hope you are able to understand. We just gone through the cat command, right? We gone through the cat command. Now it is showing the ZCAT. So ZCAT is, you can say zipcat, right? The ZCAT command in Linux is used to view the content of compressed file without decompressing them explicitly, right? It work with the file compressed using gzip command format, right? The ZCAT command is equivalent to running gzip space -dc, which is decompress the file and send the output to the standard output, usually on the terminal. All right. So basically, you can say if you have any file in the .gz format, right? .gz format means in encrypted format, you cannot view that file without decompressing it, right? For example, let's go on terminal here. Let's suppose we have, let's create one CP, or yeah, the CP. I'm just creating one copy of this Anaconda file, Anaconda cfg.1, Anaconda1.cfg, right? And I'm just going to compress this file. So to compress, forget about this command, compress command, but I'm just going to compress. So I just compress it. So when you will compress this file with gzip command, you will see one compressed file is there. Means one .gz extension is added. So if you will run cat command in Anaconda ks-1.cfg, it will show you encrypted format, right? Whatever is written inside this, you cannot see, right? And you wanted to see what is written inside this. So what you can use ZCAT command. ZCAT, just like cat was there, we have ZCAT, right? So ZCAT command is used to see the content of any compressed file. See, we are able to see the same thing without decompressing it. And if you wanted to see, so why it is usable, let's suppose when you will start working, and let's suppose you have taken a MySQL database backup. So when you will go in real environment, you will get a larger size of file. Means some MySQL database will be also in 1 GB, 2 GB, 10 GB, 1, all right, 20 GB, all right. So if you will decompress that 20 GB file, it will occupy 20 GB. But when you will compress, so see, when you are compressing any file, do you have an as such star? So see what is the size in this Anaconda, because it's the small size, so there is no much difference. But when you will have a larger file, it will compress txt file almost in 8 to 9 times, right? Just like if 1 GB file size is there, and when you will compress that 1 GB file will be converted in 150 MB only. All right, so it may 8 to 9 times it will be compressed. Totally it's depend on the type of file, but txt file got compressed 80 to 90%, right? So it will save the disk space. And if you wanted to see inside the file what is written inside that file, what options you have? Either you first decompress that file and then use cat command to see the file, or use vim command to see the file. But if you don't want to do that and wanted to see what is written inside the file, directly use ZCAT command, right? And you don't have to decompress that file. You can see the output. You don't have to decompress. You can just see the output without decompressing it, right? So when you will decompress ZCAT command -f, right, force ZCAT to decompress the file even it is does not have .gz extension. Means if you have some other extension, it's still you can use ZCAT command to uh, decompress the file and watch the, you can see the what is written inside that, right? Just like tar.gz and all, right? If you wanted to use Q, suppress all warning. Let's suppose when you are decompressing and you have some warning in your decompression. So what it will do, it will suppress, means it will not show the warning. And when you want to see the V, it will display the name and uncompressed file size C, right? Just like ZCAT space -P. What it will show you? What it is saying? See here, it shows the file name first, right? When you use the V, before it was not showing this file name. If you want to see here, you can see here. Before it was not showing, see, there was no file name written in first line, but this time it's written that file name too, right? So you can simply use ZCAT command to view any compressed file, okay? And if you need more help, you can use -h or -help, right? ZCAT space -h to see more help, right? So other options is there, just like if you want to see the KL, so many options is there. So you can take help, or either if you want to take more help, you can use man and then ZCAT. You can give the, you will see the manual pages of this command, right? Great. So next command is MV command. What is basically MV command? MV command is used to move or rename directory, right? So MV command in Linux is used to move or rename file and directories. So if you wanted to rename any file, you can simply use MV command. So MV source and destination, right? Just like on, go on a terminal. Here we have this Anaconda file and all, A folder and all. I just wanted to move this Anaconda file from one location to another location. So let's suppose Anaconda ps-1.tar.gz, and I just wanted to move it inside the opt folder. So what I will do, I can run this command and I can see ls here, this anaconda.kf.cfg is removed from here and it's moved inside the opt folder. See, inside the opt folder. So when understand MB command is used for both. Either you wanted to rename or either you wanted to what? Move. So this time what we did, we move it, and let's see how you can rename. Let's suppose here in OPT, right? I just wanted to use Anaconda, sorry, OPT Anaconda, and then OPT Anaconda rename KS-2, right? So what it is doing, LSPT, what it did, it's renamed the file. So if we'll understand, if your source and destination will be same location, right? It will be same location, it will rename the file, or it will just move it also and move or rename, right? Just like here, let's suppose MB OPT anaconda.cfg, and I just wanted to move it on where OPT. This is the different location, and here I just wanted cfg.gz, right? So what it will do, it will move this file from here, and it will rename also, right? It will rename also. So if we'll see inside the where OPT folder, you will see this got renamed also, right? So if you want to change, you have to change the name, right? Source, this is the source, and this is the destination, right? If I will change the name, it will change. And if I wanted to copy with the same name, I have to use same name. Understand? Like here. So move file and path to the destination, moving file 1 to the specific destination directory. And when you want to use the directory and path to the destination, move directory means you see both options. So common options, we can use -i. So it will prompt you the confirmation before overwriting a file, right? It will always ask a confirmation if file is already exist. If you use -if, it will use force the move, right? Means overwriting any file without prompting. Understand? If file is already exists, it will not prompt like this. ls where opt, we have file, this one, cfg.gz. So let's mv and just try to do the same thing, where opt cfg dot. So what it is saying, see, or the same file, it didn't move, it is same file. And if you will use -f, see what will happen. It is also showing the same file, but let's see the different location. Move, sorry, let's create one cp where opt cfg in opt folder, and after that try to move it opt, right? See, it's moved automatically, means it didn't ask the confirmation, right? Because file was already there, but itself it's moved, it didn't ask for the confirmation, right? So it will do the forcefully. If you will use -i, it will do the forcefully. If file is already exists itself, then also it will move it, right? If you want to use -n, does not overwrite any existing file. Understand? If any existing file is there, it will not overwrite. Okay, in the same way, cp anaconda /opt. I just copy one file and created one file inside opt also, that anaconda. So let's mv space, right? If I just wanted to use mv command, and if you use -n command, right? -n command and anaconda /opt anaconda opt inside opt. So what it will do, it will not override, right? Does not override any existing file. If file is already there, it will not override. It will not do it, take any actions. And if you will use -v also, it will show you the information, right? What it is saying, verbose mode, show the file, because didn't do anything, so it not showing anything. See, it is now, if you are not using -n, it is asking override. And if you will do yes, it will override, renamed, right? So you can use all this option and you can explore command by man and then mv command if you wanted to explore more here. So mv command you can use. So similar to on nv, we have info command also, right? Info and mv, there are manual pages about info means information pages, right? Man means manual pages, right? Okay. So let's, if you wanted to use it will move only when source file is newer than the destination file or when destination file is missing. So if you'll use hyphen app, it will only update when file if it is not exist there or if it is newer than older file. Okay. Specify T for the target directory useful for moving a multiple file. Just like if you wanted to define any directory, you can also use -T. So next command is PW. So PWD. So I hope you already understand what is the PWD. I'm running that command from starting. So if you wanted to run PWD command means if you wanted to see where you are working, just like you are working somewhere on the terminal, but you don't know where you are working. So you can run that PWD command, present working directory, right? To run the PWD. So print working directory also say, right? People say print working directory and present working directory both, right? So command is Linux in use to display the full path of the current directory. The basic usage is simply PWD to display the absolute path of the current directory, right? Just like you don't know what is the absolute path, right? Here, just like you wanted to know the absolute path of this picture, right? So let's go inside the picture and run pwd command. You will see the absolute path. This is the absolute path. I told you, no, absolute path always start with slash and relative path will start without slash. See the difference. See the picture and then I use slash. And when you will use a absolute path, it will always start with slash, right? But it means not if you will use picture like this. If you use like this, it will not work because it's not, picture is not available under root. It's available under slash root slash picture, right? Right, like this. So if you will do ls like this, then it will show you the output. So this is the absolute path. Understand? Great. So -L display the current path working. So it's the same default behavior is -L. If you wanted to use capital P, display the physical current working directory with all symlink resolve to their target location. So let's suppose if you wanted to use here ls-l, see, and I'm just doing pwd -L. So what it is saying, it is showing only the current directory. So it will automatically, if any link is there, it will show you the output, right? If it will have any kind of soft link or hard link, it will show you the logical path, including the sim link default behavior. And -P use to display the physical current working directory with all symlink resolved by their target location. All right. So I hope you understand the PWD. There is again, let me tell you, in last 15 years, I only run. Guys, if you anyone is talking, please mute yourself. Okay, great. Thanks. Okay. Next command is locate. Believe me, locate is the best command. It's my favorite command. Through locate, you can do anything in the system, right? So, and just let's suppose you know any name or any file name or anything, and you wanted to locate anything. Just I hope you already assume what is locate to finding anything, right? So locate command is used in Linux to quickly find the path of file and directory. It searches through the pre-built database, usually updated periodically by in a background, and is much faster than using command like find, which search the file system in real time. So locate command is used to search any file and directory. Just like if you go on terminal here, if you will try to locate, hello, locate. So this is the command locate. If we run locate command, and if you wanted to find out where is the file, just like let's suppose you wanted to file, just let me touch. I just wanted to search one file with which is written with the name of Nirmal, and I wanted to locate it, right? So locate and then type. So what it will do, it will search in whole entire system, and it will give you the physical path of Nirmal. But see, it didn't give any information as of now. Why it didn't give? Because locate always work with the pre-built database. So when you restart any system, that database got automatically built. All right. So on every reboot or every 24 hour or something, it's automatically build the database. So if you are not finding your database, you can update your database manually. So how you can update database manually? You can just run update db. So before running update db, just like if you run update db command and press enter, and make sure you have to run update db command with root only. You cannot run this command with any normal user. All right, then it will build the database, and now if you search the locate command, and it will show you the complete path of that file. Let's suppose you forget any file, right? You forget any file and you want in system, and somehow I know some file which is related to NIR, right? But I don't know where it is, right? Something I have remembered, some common name, something I have remembered. So once you will locate it, it will find all matching directory and output, and it will show you the result. And you can easily find out, oh, this is the file. This is my actual file, which I was searching. So it's very, very useful to find out any command or anything if you have forget, right? Let's suppose any log file, you are searching any log file in the system, you don't know where log file are saved. You can just put start.log, and you will find all the log file inside the system, right? So pattern, you have to use sudo update db to update the database. And if you want is to ignore -i, you can use -i. Just like for example here, touch normal, touch normal. All right. So sorry. Right. So I have I have 3 files with the name of Nirmal, right? And when I'm running it, let me run update db again. And if I'm running locate Nirmal, so what is happening? It is showing only the exact file name, but I don't know. I know the file name is its name is Nirmal, but I don't know the case sensitive. It was written in capital Nirmal. It was written in small Nirmal. It is written in a capital and mixed letter, right? So what you can use? You can use -i. When you will use -i, it will ignore the case, and it will show you all the result related to normal, which is matching, right? So you see all the result when you use -i, small I, to ignore the case, right? If you wanted to use the regex, right, just like R, and you wanted to search some file which is related to .txt also, you can also search that, right? You can also search that locate -r/.txt, means it will do one thing. It will find all txt files, all the txt file inside the system, which last digit is only .txt. Understand? last digit is only .txt, not txt123 like this. Okay. And if you wanted to use limit, right? So n hyphen n plus n is number. So what it will do, it will show here, like just like here. Let me just show this NIR locate. So see how many output is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it shows the five output. But let's suppose I just wanted to search some file and output only with numbering, right? So I just wanted to just show me the output, two latest output, means I just wanted to search two output, first file which it will find. So it will show you only two output which will be available very first, right? So you can define, if you have 5 number, you can use 5 number. If you have 10 number, just like if you are getting so many outputs, so you can define 10, 20, whatever number you want, you can define and you can locate the output of physical file. Okay. And if you wanted to type C, the count the number of matching entry inside the listing, like locate -C file, right? So what it will do, it will count the entries instead of listing them. So it will also count it like this -C. See, so what it is saying, it shows you have 3 matching numbers, right? It will not print the path, it will show you the count. So it is showing you have 3 matching file with the Nirmal. Okay. E only display the existing file. Same result might be set like locate -E and file. So same thing if you want to run -E, see, it will show the same. So you can say it's a default behavior, right? When you use, it's a default behavior. -Q separates the error message locate -. So if you will find any error messages, like in some location you are running and some location you are finding some error, right? So if you are running this locate command from any normal user, right? And that normal user don't have permission on that particular file. So what it will do, it will throw the error. So you can ignore the error by Q. Understand? You can ignore the error by running Q. And if you need more help, again, you can use man on locate. And you can find the description, detail about each and every options written here inside the manual pages. You can go through and you can explore the new thing, new command, new options. Okay. So guys, understanding or not? So the ping command, next command is ping command. So what is the use of ping command? Basically, ping command is used in Linux to test the reachability of a host on a IP network. Means if you wanted to check the connectivity from one server to another server, you can use ping command, right? For example, just like I am on my, let's suppose I just log out from this server and I just wanted this server is currently in running state or not. So what I will do, I will run ping space -IP. So see, means if I'm getting this output TTL-MS, right? If I'm getting this output MS, means this system is running mode. This system is in running mode and it is reachable, right? And if you are running like 100, see 100. So what it is saying? It's saying request timeout, means this server is not in running mode. So if you wanted to check the network connectivity between two systems, you can simply use a ping command, right? Understand? No? And if you want to see just like a ping command like here, ping google.com. So see, it's pinging continuously. If you will not define anything and if you will leave it, it will keep running. It will not, never ever it will stop. It will keep running, right? You cannot stop it. So you have to stop it manually by pressing Control and C on the terminal. Then you can stop this ping. So there is no requirement to ping continuously, and you can also ping if you are doing any network troubleshooting, and if you are doing any monitoring for any server, you can ping it continuously. But if you wanted to ping it on just count wise, what you can do, you can use ping space -c and the number of count, right? Just like ping space -c and then number. So what it will do, it will only ping 3 times, and after that it will come out, right? See, it pings only 3 times. If we'll define 5, it will ping 5 times. Understand? Means if it is finding 5 times, so what it is saying, 5 packets transmitted, 5 received, 0 packet lost, means everything is good. There is no error, right? If you wanted to ping space -i, so -i, what will hyphen do it, you can define the ping time, right? Send echo request packet in every 0.5 second to google.com, right? Just like it will try to reach every time here, right? Ping space -i space 0.5. So what it will, sorry, bad timing enter ping space -i and then 0.5 then google.com. So bad timing, what is showing bad timing? Let me check. Man ping. Let me see here. So see that this command -i give error, right? So I'm just checking inside the man pages what was the snapsys and what was the option. So T-U, where is -i? Sorry, /-i, not pound. Just a minute. Okay, 2 hours is already okay. Over, so not an issue. Guys, I. What option is there? IPv4. Just a minute. It's there. Ping-i is the command. I see ping-i google.com. Sorry. One bad timing interval. 05. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me run the same command ping-i 0.5 0.5. See, able to see same command is working on it on MacBook, but it's not working same command on Red Hat. So you can just like maybe due to right operating system and something, all right, compatibility, you can ignore this command. But same command is working on the MacBook, right? Ping space -i 0.5 means it is sending, right? Just like previously, it will not send define anything. It will send you command in every 1 second. See, it is sending in every 1 second by default. But if you wanted to send in every 5 second means 0.5 second. So you can define 0.5 here. And if you wanted to define just like send the information in every 60 second or 1 minute, right? So you can define here like every 1, 10 second, right? So it will give you 10 second. If you want to define every 2 seconds, so it will wait for 2 seconds and then it will send request in every 2 seconds. So basically you can define the interval, how right soon it will send the packets from your source to destination network, right? And if you want to send a queue, right, means ping queue Google. So send echo request packet to the google.com and display only summary specific. All right, just like here on, you just define, let me log in on server first. All right. So let's suppose you are just trying to ping, right? Ping space -c5 and then q means qc5 and google.com. So what it will do, it will just send 5 requests on the Google and it will show you the output. It will not show you the output like ping, 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 light, right? It will only show you the result. So see what it is showing. It shows the result. Okay. And next thing is, all right, if you wanted to just ping IP version 4, right? You have two things, right? So just like ping space -4 google.com. So what it will say, so from your system, just like from your system, it will use IP version 4 to send the request, right? And if you wanted to send request from IP version 6, you can use -6, but it will show network is unreachable. Why? Because we don't have any network connected on IP version 6. So we have only IP version 4, right, in our system. We are not using IP version 6. So that's why it's giving you error. But if you in some cases, if you have IP version 6 on your system and you wanted to send request for IP version 6, you can send it if you are running, or if you wanted to just define particular not to send on 6, send only from 4, so you have to define 4. So if you will not define, it will keep pinging. And if you wanted to define, you can use -c and then count, right? Like this. Okay. So very useful command, the ping to check the network, right? And next command is SU command. So I hope you already understand about the SU command. We have already discussed in the past classes, but let's understand what is the SU command. So SU command is substitute user. Command in Linux is used to switch the current user to another user account. By default, it switches to the root user, but you can specify any user account, right? Let's suppose on terminal. So see, I'm logged in with which user? I'm logging with root user, or either I'm just trying to log in on any user nscloud cloud. I just try to log in with nscloud and see I'm logged in on nscloud on server with nscloud user, right? And now this nscloud is not a super user. Understand? And I wanted to switch inside a super user, right? I'm an administrator. I just wanted to switch in the some other users. So how many users we have inside this? We have Mike, nscloud, and Tom. Let's suppose I just wanted to switch inside the Tom user or Mike user. So what I will do, I will use SU, and then if I will press enter, so by default it will log in with root. So by default it will log in with root. But if I just wanted to log in with particular user, I have to define a username in front of SU command and press enter, and then I have to give password for my, and it will log in. So it is, see, it is not getting logged in because my user don't have maybe password. So let me check with Tom if Tom has a password. All right. So see, Tom is also not activated. So let's log in with root only, because root password we have. So we have logged in successfully. So let me change the password for Tom and see Red Hat. To log out, you can from terminal, you can use exit command, right, to log out. And let's now log in with Tom. So see, this time I logged in with Tom user, right? And when I use, see the difference, when I use SU and username, so by default, it's logged in with, it only change the privilege. But when we will run PWD command, where I am working right now, I am still working in the NS cloud. My privilege is changed, but my home directory is not changed. Understand? My privilege is changed, but my home directory is not changed. So what it is saying, SU username, switch the specific user. So when you use SU command, switch to the root user, you need to be prompt for the password. So by default, it will ask for the password. And if you wanted to switch for any particular user, and you can use SU space username, right, to switch into the particular user. And when you will use SU hyphen, so what it is saying, switch the root user and provide the login cell. And when you will use SU hyphen username, it will also switch the username and provide the login cell. So let's understand this meaning, right? So I have logged in. Currently, I am working with whom? NS Cloud, right? Who I am? Who am I? So who am I? I am NS Cloud. So let's log in with SU Tom. SU space Tom, right? So it will ask password for the Tom. I just given supply the password for Tom and I have logged in with. So when I will run, who am I? Who am I? I am a Tom, right? But if I'm running PWD command, I'm still in the NS Cloud home directory. If I will run any command here, touch A or do, what it is showing? Permission deny. Why? Because my permission is changed, but I'm still in the NS Cloud home. So simply you understand, just like Emmanuel and Mohit, both are living nearby, and Mohit visit to the Emmanuel home and he tried to build something inside the Emmanuel home. Can he do? No, right? He cannot do because he don't have permission to build anything. He can go, he can stay here, he can grab the tea and all, but he cannot do anything, right? He cannot build inside anything his home, right? Without permission, right? So means Tom permission is changed, but his home directory is still old one, right? Old user means he did not get any cell to work, right? So if he wanted to come out from his home directory, he have to press CD command and press enter. Then only he will get his own home and his home directory. So now see PWD. So where he is now? Now he is in under home. He's Tom, right? So if he will run touch command, he can run it, right? ls, see, a file is there created, so he can do. But when you wanted to see the difference, if you wanted to switch only user privilege, not the home directory or cell, you can use su command only. But if you wanted to switch user home directory with their login cell also, you can use su hyphen space username. So when you will use this command su hyphen space username, then it will switch their home directory with their cell also. See, by default, where it is? It is in the Tom. Understand? So it is very tricky question. People also ask in interview, what is the difference between SU and SU hyphen? right? So you have to visibly, right? You have to explain SU is used to switch the user only without switching their home directory or current directory. But you can use SU hyphen to switch or get new cell for that user. Understand? That. So let's suppose if you wanted to run any command with the right root. So execute ls root command as root, right, user, and then return to the original user. So what you can do, just like you are running with the tom command, right? And you wanted to run any particular command with, just like here, if you run f disk space hyphen L command. So this command is not allowed to run with any normal user, right? This command can be run through a super user, means root. So if you wanted to run this command, which is not allowed to run from a normal user, what you can do? You can use su space hyphen c, right? Su space hyphen c, and then double quote the command and space, right? Then enter. So what it will do, it will ask you the root password and it will execute the command. See, but this you can only use when you have a root credential, means you should know the root password. If you don't know the root password, you cannot run this command. And let's suppose if you wanted to run same command with any particular user, so you have to define username here, just like uh, cloud, right? So let me check if we can run. So see, when you run same command with nscloud user, it is showing cannot be run, cannot be run, cannot be run. Right? Means it's showing permission deny, right? Understand? So if you don't want to switch your cell and you wanted to run any command through any particular user, this option is very helpful. Su space hyphen c, right? All right. So next is su space hyphen, all right, s. So this command is used switch to user one using bin bash, means you are defining a shell when you are trying to log in on any user, right? Just like for su hyphen s slash bin bash and as cloud, right? So I just give ns cloud password. So what you happen, you logged in with, you get the basically cell, right? You get the cell echo echo dollar cell. What cell you have? You have bin bash, right? So let's suppose you wanted to define bin as such, bin as such. This is the cell for, and you wanted to give this cell to ns cloud, and you logged in and see what cell you get. You get bin as such, right? So when you will run this echo command, all right, echo cell, see nothing is showing. You are not getting your cell, right? The bin bash, you are only have bin as such cell, right? So this is how you can also define a cell when you are switching any user. And if you wanted to know more about su command, you can run man su, and you can simply see more options available for su hyphen f g. All right, all these options you can use. Okay, so next is, all right, host name CTL. So what is the use of hostname CTL? So it's a very important command you will use on daily basis when you will create any new system or you will do any configuration on the system. So hostname CTL command is used to query and change the system hostname and related settings. It is part of the system D suite and provide a standardized way to manage hostname and related informations. All right. So the basic usage is hostnamectl. So let's run hostnamectl on here. Let's log in with root su hyphen. All right. So I have logged in with root command, root users. So see, it's a system related configuration. So you cannot run or you cannot do everything hostnamectl. Let's suppose I'm just trying to log in hostnamectl from normal users. So what it is saying, it is giving you information, but when you will try to modify anything, it will give you error because it's a it can change, it can be changed by the administrator only, right? So let's go. Information related thing you can get, you can see the status, but you cannot set or you cannot change, right? Just say hostnamectl state STATU status. You can see the status, but let's suppose I just wanted to change the host name, right? State hyphen host name server 8 or server 4. See what it is saying. You cannot, you are not authorized to do, right? So multiple identify can be used to authenticate it, either nscloud, mic, which one you want to use. So it's happening because you don't have permissions, right? So let's log in with root and then run this command. Okay, so when you run hostname CTL command, you will see information related to host, right? Just like what is the host name of server, localhost.local domain. What is icon name, computer VM. What is chassis name, VM. Machine ID, boot ID, virtualization, operating system, Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8.9. All right, OS name, kernel, architecture. So you can see all this default information when you will use it. And when you want to have a status, just like status is also the default option. So either you can use hostnamectl space status or either you use hostnamectl. Both will show you the same information, right? So let's suppose you wanted to change the host name. Host name means our current host name is what? Host name. What host name we have? We have local host.local domain. This is the host name, means our computer name is localhost.local domain. So I just wanted to change it to some other server, right? Just like I wanted to change it host name. So what I can do, I have to use hostname CTL space set hyphen hostname space my new hostname, right? So hostname CTL set hyphen hostname, and just let's suppose I just wanted to give server 4 dot nscloudacademy.live. So what happens? So now if you will run hostname again, so what hostname is now? We have now server 4.nscloudacademy.live. So let's suppose currently see still it is showing localhost here. Why? Because it is say existing in the previous session. So you have to either log out, just log out, su space hyphen I. See, now it is showing server 4, right? So this is how you can change the host name. And let's suppose if you wanted to change the icon name, right? Icon name means currently it is a what? Hostname CTL. Let's run hostname CTL. See, what is the icon name? It is saying computer VM, right? Means you can identify what kind of operating system and what kind of host name you have icon name, right? So what you can do, you can use hostname CTL set space icon hyphen name space the whatever name you want. Just like if you have a right 12 hyphen machine, right? If you use muscle whatever, right, virtual PC or whatever you want to give, so you can set that too, right? Hostname CTL. So see, it's changed to virtual PC, right? And if you wanted to say the chassis name, right? Chassis name means you this is laptop, or this is desktop, or this is virtual machine. What is it is? You don't know. See, currently it is showing a VM, means it's a virtual machine. All right. And if you wanted to change it to some other thing, you can use again hostname CTL space set space chassis space, right? That uh, laptop or something, whatever you wanted to change. Sorry, laptop lik diya. I have just given. All right. All right. See, when I given a wrong name, right? It was not accepting because nothing is related to laptop. Laptop is there, virtual desktop is there, desktop is there. You can totally define the changes type, right? So when you will run this hostname CTL again, you will see the changes here, right? Changes is laptop, right? And let's suppose if you wanted to set the deployment, right? Just like this server you created for development, not the production. So what you can do, you can also set the development type. Hostname CTL set development, right? And then you can define dev, means this development is dev, right? Development, if you want, if you have a QA server, you can define QA server. So too many argument, it is saying QA icon server. All right, so it will not take space. See, now it's in QA server. So you can easily identify the server information when you are building, means for which purpose you are building this server. This server is a QA server, this server is a production server, this server is a development server, this server is for testing server. For which purpose you use this server, right? You can also define it here on hostname CTL, right? Let's suppose you wanted to define where you have hosted this server, right? Means in which server you which location you have, right? You can also define that, right? Set location. Just like right now, this server is currently, you can say, in Noida office, all right? VM hyper-v. Let's suppose this server is hosted in Noida office Hyper-V. So you can use systemctl and you can simply see, okay, this server location is Noida. But if this server is hosted on AWS cloud, you can define AWS cloud EC2, right? So you can see hostname this server is hosted on AWS cloud. If you are hosted this server and created this server on Oracle cloud, you can define Oracle cloud, right? So you can simply define your server information and you can manage our system information with HostNameCTL command. Believe me, this is very useful command, HostNameCTL, because when you will go in the in actual environment and when you will deploy any applications, you have to set all this information when you will create any server. Understand? I hope you understand. And again, if you wanted to know more about hostname CTL, you can use man page, right? Right? Manual page and hostname CTL. You can see all other options which is available under this, right? You can explore it. I just tell you the just most usable thing which you will use in real offices, but you can explore by your own also in through man pages. I will recommend just focus what I teach. Extra thing you can learn later, and you will not require basically in future also. But you should know if you need any extra thing, how you will get. Don't rely on anything, right? Someone tell, then you will get to know. You can open the man page and you can explore the options which is available for that particular command, right? Next. Man pages. So I'm already telling you man pages from last right through so many command. So man pages is a manual pages, right, which is used to display user manual for any command that we can run on terminal. It provides the detailed information about the command, including name, synopsis, description, options, and example. Just like man and command. So man space command means any command, right? Just like you can run man and you can run any command. Just like if you run double tab, right? Here a double tap. So see, so many command is there. All this is a command. If you want it, I also don't know what is the use of all these commands, right? Because but command is there. And if you wanted to know what is this anacron and what is this AMID and what is this whatever what command is this, you can use man and then command name, right? Just like man. If you don't know what is man command, you can also use man and it will show you options. Manual pager, right? Name man and interface to the online reference manual. All right, you can see all options, descriptions, all these things here. And this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you wanted to see anything executable on the command line, you can say this is the paragraph. From which paragraph you are trying to search the command. You can define just like here. Okay. Man ls. Let's suppose if you wanted to run about know about ls command, you can run man ls. It will show you all information about the ls command. And if you wanted to see copy and search, just like if you wanted to search in the manual, right? Search the manual pages related to copy. You don't know what is, but related to copy you wanted to search, right? Something -k copy, sorry, -k, not l. Right? So what it will show, nothing appropriate. So it is not finding anything related to copy command, right? It's not finding anything related to copy command, right? And if you run info, see, it is not finding anything related to info. It's, let me check if it is here or not. Yeah, it was not small, it was key capital. All right. So if you have to search, it will automatically find related to copy or whatever you are searching, that giving the keyword, it will find and it will show you the output related to that, right? Info. And how you can come out from it, right? You can press Control D or you can press Simple Q to quit the screen, right? So it's written, see, press H for help or Q for quit, right? So once you will press Q, you can come out. Just Control C. Okay. So see what it is saying, to view on next page, skip Control D, or if you wanted to quit, you have to press Control C, right? If you are in this man info. So I hope you understand about the man pages. You can get help for any command. If you want to know more about the command, you can use man page and you can get help, right? So this was all about the, you can say, the basic command which you will require in initial days of learning Linux administration. All right. Make sure you go through about all these command in detail, whatever I have teach, and practice that command and use in daily basis, right? Use in your day-to-day activity and things, right? You don't just ignore this command. Make sure you do the practice for it, because when you will have a just knowledge about this command and grab, you just try understand 25% Linux you already learned, 25 to 30% if you will cover all this command. So many other command is also there, but that will we will cover in day-to-day's life, and when we'll read about things and explore the future courses, you will get to know other commands also. Understand?